Psoriasis, a condition in which skin cells build up and form scales and itchy, dry patches. Doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, I thought the same thing until I was diagnosed with it. Which, hey my lovely people, welcome back to the channel. And I know today seems like it's going to be super heavy and deep, and I think there's going to be a little bit there, but I promise I'm going to try to address this topic and issue as lighthearted as possible, with also just being real and genuine about it as well. I just really wanted to get some things off my chest regarding psoriasis with my skin condition, and just to hopefully encourage you guys in whatever you're struggling with, whatever you have, and whatever's going on in your lives. I'm just hoping that my story can hopefully help you and encourage you to pursue what you want to do in life. Growing up for most of my life, yeah, things might have been hard, but you know, nothing too crazy, nothing too insane, just regular things a boy would do, you know, video games, school, playing outside, all that jazz. But in the summer before high school, something happened to me that really has changed my life forever since then. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, I started noticing like almost like scales on like my scalp. Like I thought it was like dandruff at first, but it just wouldn't go away no matter what I did. And eventually we went to the doctor about it, obviously. We got a few different opinions on the matter of what we thought it could be about what was going on with my scalp. Through second opinions and through the doctor's overall verdict, we all came to the conclusion that it was psoriasis, which psoriasis does just so happen to form in your adolescent years and in your teenage years. So it was really about the right time. I think I was like 14 or 15 at the time. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, literally right before high school, I figure out that I have like an incurable skin disease. It's a really major confidence booster. It happened at just the right time, you know? And because of that, I'm not gonna lie, it really made me self-conscious. It really made me nervous and anxious, and just like, you know, I kind of thought like I was a monster to people. And I don't mean that in a cliche way. I just mean that in a sense of like I wasn't like everybody else. Like I was different. That I physically and literally looked different from them, and there was nothing I could do about it. And because of that, I started rocking long hair, which if you see through some of the pictures on the screen right now, those aren't some of the years I'm too proud of, but I still did enjoy the hair while it was there, and I still love my hair now. But the reason for the long hair was to try to hide the psoriasis on my face. That way people would stop coming up to me thinking that I was sunburned, or people would stop coming up to me and thinking that like I was literally bleeding or something, you know? Having like little kids come up to you and say that like you need to go to a doctor, that like your face is bleeding, that or are you okay, you know? Like it seems silly, and I'm cool with it now. But back then, it was just really not the thing you wanted to hear. And this issue really bothered me for the longest time. And I would say probably up until about the last 3 years or so, I had major issues dealing and coping with my psoriasis. Not just with like treatments, and not just with like things to make it easier and more bearable on me, but just with it existing and me having to live with it, with me living with my scalp and face and other parts of my body with just this foreign thing on it. And honestly, one of the things I do now, I do YouTube, and for the longest time I did not want to do a YouTube channel because I was so scared and nervous that I would get picked on and rejected because of my psoriasis, that I would just like that nobody would want to watch a single one of my videos because I just looked different. That you could instantly tell that something was off, you know? That maybe I was just too ugly or too hideous to even watch. Obviously I know that's not true, and I'll be saying thank you to anybody who's ever watched a video, and to all my subscribers, anybody. Like, you guys have been nothing but nice and kind and amazing, and I love you guys. But those are just some of the things I had to deal with living with psoriasis, with living with this skin disease. You know, you try to think the best of things, you try to make the best of every situation, but when you constantly live with something like this every day that you know can't be cured, and that you think that everybody's got the miracle cure for, and that you're just doing something wrong, or whatever it could be, it really starts to weigh and tear you down. But thankfully, through the love of my family, the love of my friends, and through Christ himself, like, I got to a place to where I could really see the good and light in what I still have to offer to people. I got to see that I still had a purpose here, that I was still loved through my psoriasis, that through my skin disease, I can still help people. I can still live and function as a normal human being, that my psoriasis doesn't have to limit me. It will always be a part of me, and it's something that I obviously can't hide or make go away. It was through all that I was still able to just see the good in myself, that I wasn't a mistake, that I was something so much more than the damaged goods I thought I was. I really don't want this video to be all about me. I really want this video to speak to and encourage you in whatever you're dealing and with whatever you're struggling with. To not put your life on hold for anything. Depression, anxiety, a literal skin disease, whatever it could be. What you struggle with doesn't have to define you. It doesn't have to control you. You are so much more than what you struggle with. I absolutely promise you that you are here for a reason, that you are so loved, and that you're not alone out there. Let nothing hold you back from the life that you're meant to lead. Take it from somebody that literally has to look at this every day in the mirror, from somebody that literally walks and deals with this on a daily basis, that you are beautiful and the world needs your light more than ever. Our struggles and our stories can help people, and that's what I'm trying to do now with this video. It's taken a lot of courage, and it's taken a lot of thought and prayer really for me to even want to try to attempt this video. I just want you to know that you are so much more than what you struggle with, that you have meaning, and just to not give up on yourself. It took me a long time to get to a position to where I was passable and okay with my condition, to where I could learn from it, to where I could grow and continue to grow. And that's okay. Steps are steps either way, regardless of how slow you take them. And for me, even though it might have taken from junior high up until my second year of college for me to truly be okay and be able to live my life like I wanted to, I still made that effort. It was worth every second of it. And I just want you to know that you're worth that effort too. Regardless of what we face in this life, people are going to judge us. People are going to try to tear us down. People are going to stare at us. Either way, after all the hardships life's given me, after all the personal issues I've dealt with, I've just come to really realize this one thing, that if people are already looking, then be sure to give them something to look at. Love you guys. Thank you.